Hello friends, this is Matt sitting out in the beautiful sunshine in Melbourne during lockdown Mark 3. Good Lord, what is happening to us? This is a follow-up video to the announcement of my new ongoing acting class, which is going to be held starting on the 1st of March, every Monday night in Elsternwick in Melbourne. So I thought that I should extend an offer to those of you that are out there that are interested but don't quite know whether this is going to be a right fit for you. I want to offer an obligation-free Zoom chat, FaceTime chat, whatever you like, for 20 minutes or whatever you like. We can talk about what it is that you want to work on, and I can tell you whether or not I can actually help you. And then you can feel in the moment, is this something that I want to commit to financially? I think I may have spat when I said that. That's how passionate I am about it. I get it. Times are tough for lots of us, especially in the arts. And you kind of want to feel confident that this is a good fit for you. I get it, totally. And not to mention the fact that there are literally thousands of options for us online and in person. There's certainly hundreds in person in Australia, and there's thousands over in the States where I have been living for the last 5-6 years. So I understand that, and I think it's important that people feel really confident that it is a good fit. So as I say, it's an obligation, totally obligation-free chat on the phone. So send me a message if you're interested in having a chat and tell me about what it is that you want to work on, and we can just see whether or not my approach to the work and any ideas I have about the things that you want to focus on actually feel like they're a good fit. And for those of you that don't really know what it is that I am going to be working on, well, you can go back to the first video that I made, or I'll tell you a little bit about it right now. So I've been an actor, a singer, a performer for 30 years. And in that time, I've had some successes and I've had an awful lot of failures as well. And I have learned so much about my process and about what goes through my head and what enables me to feel strong and enables me to feel powerful and as though I am being effective in the way I communicate and connect with people, and when I'm not. And the hundreds and hundreds of times that I have wanted to do one thing and I've felt that it ended up being something else. The number of auditions that I have gone in for, and some of them I've aced and feel incredible about, and other times when I really, really wanted to do well, I've completely screwed it up. My journey has equipped me with this innate ability to be able to call people on what's holding them back. I've been doing it for years now in the States, and I feel really confident about it. It's a skill that I have. And the other thing is that I combine this with wanting to be nurturing and loving and supportive, but also challenging. I will ask for the right to call you on the things that I think are getting in your way and challenging you to do something about it. This is not a class or an environment where everyone's just happy and fantastic. And it's certainly not a class where people feel like they're less than, not good enough. I've felt enough of that in my career. And even in developing my career with various teachers. I want this to be a place that you can feel safe to be bold and to take chances, and know that it's an environment that asks a lot of you, but is also going to catch you if you fall, and then get you back up again and you go again. Because that's what I want for me. And it doesn't matter to me whether you're just starting or you've been doing it for years. I think that everybody needs a reminder of whether they're being honest, whether they're being present. I find it exhilarating to be a part of. So, I was thinking about the fact that there are so many acting teachers out there. There's probably much better technical acting teachers and singing teachers, no question about it. I don't really profess to be an expert in technique, but for me personally, the greatest power as performers is when we bring ourselves to the work and when we share who we are with what we're doing. And if you're performing and you want to connect with an audience, well, then I know how to do that. I know how to give you the permission to be able to connect with an audience. If you're an actor and you want to be able to be present and take in your surroundings and not be putting up masks, I can see that a mile off, and I want to be able to call you on that and say, where are you? How much, I love this phrase, how much mental real estate are you spending thinking about something that you think is helping you, but is ultimately just getting in the road? Because if you're in that place of thinking about something else, then you're not truly present. And ultimately, I think I've said ultimately about 5 times in the last 30 seconds, when you finish that experience, it's not particularly satisfying because you haven't been truly present. So if you can identify with some of this stuff that I'm talking about, then why don't you send me a message? Let's just have a chat. See whether or not it feels like a good fit. Obligation free. But if you decide that you want to jump on board, the class starts on the 1st of March. It's going to be every Monday night from 7 o'clock till 9:30 p.m. Have dinner, come in, sit in class together. Everyone's off their phones. Everyone's off their phones for the whole time, isn't that? Maybe that's a good enough reason just to do it in itself. And we're all in it together. You get up to work. If you're singing, you'll get up and work by yourself. If you're doing an acting scene, you'll get up in a pair. And we'll work out the scene before you get to class. And you tell me about the song before you get there. And then we just see what happens. And then you get to watch other people work and see what they're going through and get them talking about how they feel about it. And then you get to go out and do the same thing. And they get to watch you. And then at the end of class, we get to talk about how that feels. It's awesome. I'd love you to be a part of it. If you're not quite sure, send me a message. Let's have a chat. And if you are sure and you just want to jump in, well, once the class is full, I can only fit 8 people in, then that's going to have to be it until I can either open up a new class or some openings appear in the class. So the details are below. I look forward to hearing from you and meeting you, and either whether it's face-to-face in class or whether you have a chat before we get to class. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Until then, be brave. Do someone a favor. Like, why don't we do that? Why don't we just all commit to do one really awesome, unexpected, nice thing to someone around us today? A random act of kindness, as they call it. Why not? Can make the world a better place, hey? Just turning into Michael Jackson. Heal the world, make it better. Okay, enough. Just stop talking, Matt. Finish it. Okay, I will. See you soon. Love ya.